Being asked often about books, I thought I'd actually start jumping on and sharing some suggested reading titles, but not necessarily the mainline reading that many will go to in terms of particular subjects. And so today I want to talk about sales. Sales is always a really interesting topic because in the UK, nobody loves to sell stuff. Everyone wants to buy stuff. And it's a very, very strange situation to be in. And what I often hear within organizations and businesses I work with is the context that we don't sell. That's bullshit. Everybody sells. Everybody in your business contributes towards the end goal. And the end goal is to sell what it is you do or sell to your customer base. On the basis of fair exchange of value. So what I'm going to sell you is something that you're looking for, and that is a fair exchange of value. You give me money, I'll give you the service, I'll give you the product. So we still have this thing of kind of like, I don't do selling, I'm not a salesperson, I'm not salesy. And to be fair, I think it's all pie in the sky. The reality today, though, is that you are a salesperson and you are going to be selling for your company, for your business. The trick is now to understand and learn probably a little bit about the psychology of selling and about the ability to help someone solve a problem they've got and that you're striving to overcome. And that is what is known in this book as the gap. Gap Selling by Keenan, I think in recent years is probably the best book that I've read on sales and how you sell. Now, the point here in terms of what Keenan talks about when he looks at the sales process is this gap. And the gap is the distance between where somebody is and the solution that they're looking for. So what is it that they're striving to achieve in the future that you're going to be able to help solve with your product or service? That's the gap. Now, the point here is that when we start focusing on, the gap in terms of the benefits, in terms of the best outcomes, in terms of what the future is going to look like for them, and on a commercial level, then you can actually start to shift this whole process of sales. And when you start to look at the sales process and you can start to actually engender some real interest, you'll convert. As opposed to trying to sell your wares on your merits. This is about selling the gap. So if you want a book that is really going to have an impact on you or your sales team or indeed anybody in your business, then I absolutely strongly recommend Gap Selling by Keenan. It is incredibly insightful and so simplistic in its approach as well. And you'll be quite surprised about some of the strategies he talks in there and about how resilient you should be in your sales approach. And that might be something that you may feel uncomfortable with, but is absolutely the right way. And we then hopefully start to shift away from that emotional sales and that emotional fear of selling towards a logical growth of your business through what it is you do and sell. So, hope that's useful. Keep tuned in for my next one. And by the way, if this isn't for you, like and share it. It will be right for somebody. Have a great day.